Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto, and it's 7 o'clock Central Time, December 20th, and we are live on Sunday Night Live Chat. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so we will give everybody a few seconds to jump on, and here in about 20 or 30 seconds, we will get rolling into the live chat. All right, looks like we're starting to get a few people jumping on with us. As always, if you have questions, comments, throw them up there. We'll sure try to get to them. And if I miss your comment or don't address it, it's not, sometimes the system doesn't feed me everything. We got our good buddy Jason on with us. I'm a good buddy Bill Twitchell. Always great to have Bill on with us. Scott's on with us. So we got a bunch of people jumping on with us on Facebook. Comments are working there. We got Dan on YouTube. Great. Thanks for being here, Dan. Rico and Jess are here. Jess likes my hat. Thanks. Figured we get kind of festive since it's that time of the year, I guess. But anyway, let's see. I got Terry on with us. Great. Terry's on as usual, one of our regulars. But yeah, like I said, comments, questions, throw them up there. We'll sure try to get to them. If I don't have an answer, sometimes some of our other viewers do. So don't hesitate to toss it out there. And we'll see if we can help you out. So anyway, I guess we're back. It's towards the end of the year. We got one more to do before the end of the year. Then we're out of 2020, thankfully. Got Chris on with us on YouTube. So like I said, I am on two formats, two computers. So as you see me glancing back and forth, I'm trying to keep up with comments on both formats. Longbowman just jumped on with us. Carlton's on with us. The record on the shelf behind me, we had somebody ask about that several weeks ago. This is actually Wide Open Road by Johnny Cash. This is from the Sun Studios in Memphis. We were down there. I actually got to go through it. Great museum. If you're ever in Memphis and you get a chance to tour the original Sun recording studio, absolutely do it. We're kind of getting off course here a little bit, but since we had a question about it, and that's where this record came from. It is an original recording from the Sun Studios, but the Sun recording studio in Memphis is just the way it was in the 50s when Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley and all those guys started recording there. The recording room has never been remodeled. It's never been changed. It's exactly the same. So it's a really cool deal. So that's what this record is. And that's why I've got it on my shelf. My dad actually had to have an eye surgery down there. So we went down there and got to go through it, and absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it for anyone if you're in Memphis to check that out. Obviously, with Graceland and everything there's a lot of cool stuff to do. Sun Records, don't miss it. It's well worth a stop. Got some other comments popping up here. Scott's on, Jerry's on. Hey, guys. Bobby likes the valve cover. We'll get to that here in a second. Jason's ahead of us with the OTR report this week. So let's get to that real quick before we lose it on comments. Jason Sharp is our OTR truck driver. He runs all over the country. He gives us a report on what he sees out on the road. I-94 westbound exit 5 right before La Crosse, Wisconsin. There are about 20 Ford trucks and Broncos from 1960 to 1979 up there in Wisconsin, right along I-94. So if you're up in that area and you're a Ford guy, might be a lead worth checking out. So thanks for throwing that up there, Jason. I didn't think you were going to be back on the road until first of the year. So, but you're ahead of me, so we're gonna get you squeezed in. So there's the OTR report for this week from our buddy Jason, the truck driver. Russ just jumped on with us on YouTube. Thanks for being here, Russ. PJ's on. Jason Neighbors, 65 to 72 fleet side tailgates for 66 F100. I did just have one come in, Jason, a very, very nice one. In fact, if you go back a couple of weeks on the Facebook page, since you're on Facebook, I had pictures of it listed. It's off of a 67 F250 that the guy took off in 1975 and put it in the rafters of his garage when he put a slide-in camper in. So there are pictures of that gate on there. If it looks like that'll work for you, give me a shout after we get done. James thinks we ought to be on prime time. Well, thanks, James. I don't know if we're quite to that level or not, but I appreciate your vote of confidence in what we're trying to do. So Let's see. Lots of stuff popping up here. Trying not to miss anybody. Um, am I open the Saturday after Christmas, Shane? I'm not open at all, ever. I was out there almost all day today. My gates are locked when I'm there. I am not open to the public ever, only by appointment. I will be around the Saturday after Christmas if you want to give me a call and set something up. I won't be out of town or anything, so I will be around. So let's see. Jason got bored sitting at home, so he's off to California after Christmas with the OTR. So we'll get probably have all kinds of OTR reports coming up, running from the East Coast to California. Don from Nashville's on. So anyway, back to the valve cover comment. Chrome valve cover off of 409, obviously 348, 409 family. Most of the Chrome ones were off of 409s. But I love valve covers. I really do. Valve covers are kind of the unsung hero of the collecting world, if you ask me. I've got tons of them. We'll probably be going to be throwing some more of them up there sometime, as we keep going along, because they're just great pieces. So threw up the 409 one tonight. I've got a ton of them. Valve covers are probably one of the, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best decorator pieces you can get. Because there's so many cool ones that people don't realize. The old, 50s Oldsmobile Rocket valve covers that say Oldsmobile Rocket on them. Obviously, all the Gen 1 Hemi valve covers, and even the Gen 2 Hemi valve covers are great valve cover. But the Gen 1 Hemis, there's a ton of them, and they're super cool. You got the DeSoto, you've got obviously the Chrysler Firepower, the Dodge Red Ram. There's so many different ones: industrial, marine, imperial, tons and tons of different Gen 1 Hemi valve covers. So we're going to be throwing some of those up. But I love valve covers, and they're just such a great piece that I think are overlooked. I've got boxes of them that I've gathered up over the years. I keep thinking one of these days they're going to start kind of breaking out and almost kind of be like signs that they've been overlooked. I've got a Mercury Turnpike Cruiser valve cover that the valve cover has an aluminum plate that is almost the size of the whole top of the valve cover that says, has Mercury Turnpike Cruiser cast into it. Great pieces. Love them. Probably going to be seeing a few more of them pop up here. So glad you enjoyed it. I can't even remember who commented on that. It was, Bobby commented on that. But I love them. I think they're great pieces of memorabilia. I think they're great decorator pieces. I think they're great conversation pieces. And we'll probably be seeing some more of them pop up soon. So anyway, I hope you guys like them. I've got a lot of extra ones too that I will sell. I've got some extra Oldsmobile Rockets, and even some of the more common stuff. Even the V8 Fords from the '60s had, had Power by Ford stamped in them. Not cool, quite as cool as a Gen 1 Hemi, but still not a bad piece. So classic ride. Some people make desk lamps out of them. Yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do with them. I think they make absolutely awesome wall hangers. And so I've got a ton of them. We'll definitely squeeze some more in. Lance wants looking for a 34 or 36 Chevy pickup. I don't have anything intact in those. I've got bits and pieces from several of them I've parted out over the years, but I don't have anything complete. 50 to 53 L Series International front stainless grill bars, Adam. Nothing in stainless. In fact, I don't even know if I've got any painted left. The stainless ones are getting super hard to find, and I'm completely out of stainless grill bars for an L Series International. Passenger side front fender for 84 Cutlass Shane. I may have that. I've got 2 or 3 Cutlasses in that 83, 84 window, so there's a possibility on that. Bobby says our original comment on the valve covers is people thought he was crazy for collecting them, so we must have another valve cover collector with us in Bobby tonight. So, but I think they're great. I really do like them. I really do enjoy them. We'll throw some more up there here in the near future. So, 66 Cutlasses, nothing. Don't have any 66 Cutlasses in stock at all right now, Chuck. So nothing there. A few bits and pieces maybe, but that's about it. Classic ride. Any good swap meets in Kansas in 2021? If there again, everything's up in the air. Sunflower swap meet for charity at Century 2 in Wichita, Kansas is scheduled for March. Lawrence swap meet in Lawrence, Kansas, typically in May. There are 2 swap meets in Hutchinson, Kansas, a spring and a fall. That is a smaller swap meet, but not a bad little deal. Pretty solid little swap meet, but not a big one. The big two in Kansas are the Wichita Sunflower Swap Meet for Charity in March, and then the Lawrence Swap Meet in Lawrence, Kansas at the fairgrounds. So you can check those two out. Classic ride if that's something that may interest you. I do all of those. I set up at Wichita just because I've always sat up there for 30 years. My dad sat up there. I've been sitting there since a little kid. Wouldn't know any difference if I didn't go. I do go to Lawrence, but I do not set up there. So that's what I know of at this point for swap meets in Kansas next year. So anyway, back to my list. If you're on Facebook, something else, if you want to share us with your friends and have some of them jump on with us tonight, go ahead and throw a share out there for some of them. Maybe you got some friends that might be interested. Dan, 59 Buick stainless steel trim. I have 4 or 5 59 Buicks in stock, depending on what you need. None of them are 2 doors, so they are all 4 doors, hardtops and sedans. Just depends on obviously Electra, LeSabre, 2-door, 4-door. But I do have some 59s in stock. If you want to get me a list, I can check and see what I may or may not have there. Lots of things happening. The SRCA drag strip, as most of you know, I'm pretty heavily involved with the SRCA drag strip here in Great Bend, the home of the very first national event. NHRA held their very first national event here at this track in 1955, and there are a ton of exciting things going on out there if you have not been on with us before and caught some of that. 69 Nova fenders and core support, Brandon. I had a 70 come in about 2 weeks ago. I've got one good fender. I think the right fender is good, and the core support's there as well. I'd have to look at that. There are pictures on the Facebook page. There is a video on YouTube on that car. You can check that stuff out there and give me a call, and I can get you on my list to go over that stuff with you later. But anyway, more pours are scheduled tomorrow. They are completely replacing the racing service. We will have a brand new drag strip this spring, and there's a big pour going on tomorrow. We have Larry Crisp from Bandimere Speedway is going to be here tomorrow to see what's going on and check out how they're doing it. We will have the director of NHRA Division 5 will be here tomorrow. So looking forward to that. Tons of exciting things going on there. If you have not been on the SRCA Drag Strips page, either on Facebook or YouTube, we are on both. Be sure to check those pages out as well and keep up to speed with what's going on there. A lot of exciting stuff happening at the SRCA Drag Strip here in Great Bend next year. Big thing, Rocky Mountain Race Week is going to start and stop here. Super excited about that and can't wait to be a part of that deal again that our buddy Matt Frost puts together. And it is an outstanding event. Absolutely love it. So the cab over on the Dakota frame, Bobby, we haven't done anything with it. That's my daughter's truck, and she's a senior this year in high school. And there's just so much other stuff going on that we just haven't gotten back to it. It is in my other shop here. It's all sitting there. Just got to find time to do it, and that we have not had. With all of her school activities and things like that, it just kind of got backburnered. So, but it's still sitting there. We've still got it. So, as well as with the SRCA drag strip, the acrylic boxes for the pieces of the track that we're going to be selling for a fundraiser. The acrylic boxes have been ordered. Hopefully, we will get them this week. Hopefully, depending on the holidays, and then we can get a cost nailed down on putting them in the mail and have a final price if anybody is interested in a piece of concrete from it was actually a B-29 runway is what it was that they put in World War II, and then became the SRCA drag strip and then held the very first national event for the NHRA. So, how far from you does Arnie Beswick live? I'm not really sure, Jim. I think Arnie Beswick lives up in Iowa or something, if I remember correctly. He was here a couple of years ago, actually, for the Pontiac Uprising. Every September, I think, they have a big Pontiac-only drag race and car show, and I know that Arnie Beswick has been here for that because we got his autograph one year out there. So I don't know exactly where he lives, but I think it was Iowa or something. Iowa or Illinois or something like that. So he's not near me. Lee from New York just jumped on with us on Facebook. Thanks for being here, Lee. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. We're going to have more cool stuff coming from the SRCA drag strip. Be sure to stay tuned for that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I brought it up a little bit last week, and like I said, rolling into 2021, um, I'm all ears for what you guys want to do on this thing. Like I keep telling you, I'm just the one that gets to sit here and hang out with you. This is about what you guys want to do as much as about what I want to do. So Paul just jumped on us on YouTube. He loves the channel. I do not have any 55 Plymouth. I don't have any 55 Plymouths at all actually right now, Paul. So nothing on that that I can help you with right now. So, you know, throw them up there, guys. Keep thinking about it. We can get into more car stuff. Obviously, any events and things like that, we'll sure talk about. If you've got events coming up, by all means, let me know. If you want to give me a shout ahead of time about some event you've got going on in your part of the world, we can sure throw it up there. Because you got to remember, we've got guys from coast to coast that are jumping on with us, and some people that go in and check this out after the fact as well. So we can sure do any of that stuff. If you guys have events going on we want to talk about, if you've got stuff we want to cover, just let me know. Carlton just says, just keep doing what we're doing. So we're going to keep working on that as well. But I want to include everybody as much as possible because that's what it's about and that's what makes it fun. So that, and hopefully we can get through in another 10 days, 11 days, we will be through 2020. That's got to be a good feeling as well. But I guess one good thing about it, I just started this Sunday night deal last February, I think. It's just kind of a whim, and you guys are still here with me. So I guess if nothing else, we did get this built up in 2020, and we've all done a lot of fun things with it. 500 World of Wheels in Indianapolis in February. James threw that up there. I think that's the World of Wheels car show. It is a series that goes around. They do one in Kansas City. I always try to make the one in Kansas City. So apparently World of Wheels is in Indianapolis in February. So if you guys are in the Indiana area, be sure to put that on your calendar. Hopefully it won't get canceled. So be sure to check that out if you're anywhere near Indianapolis. Those World of Wheels are usually really good shows. We've always enjoyed going to the Kansas City one. My daughter and I have gone to that for the last 5 or 6 years and have always enjoyed it. So World of Wheels are good ones to try to catch. And well, thanks, Carlton. I appreciate it. Carlton on YouTube says no matter what you do, that he's going to be here with us. So I appreciate that. Like I always tell you guys, I don't get to all the comments, especially after the fact, because there's just too much stuff. Just like on Facebook, between my own pages, the racetrack page, the car club page, and a couple other pages I'm involved with. There's 5 or 6 pages I'm admin on. So every time I log into the email that's tied to my Facebook account, there's a half a page of Facebook notifications. There's no way to keep up with all the comments. I just can't do it. But I do appreciate the kind words. I do appreciate that, you guys are here with us. Even Maddie jumped on with us. Maddie, I've known Maddie for a long time, so he's here with us. Good, glad he stopped by. Scott's going to be at the KC show. Glad to hear that. And definitely look me up if they have it. I hope they have it because I want to go because I don't think we went last year. I don't know if you remember if it got canceled or what the deal was last year. No, I think we did go last year. No, we did go last year. We did make it last year because it was right before everything got shut down. So we did make it last year as well. Nate says thanks for the videos. Well, appreciate it, Nate. Like I said, this is fun. I do it to promote my business and what I do. But I do this business because I love it and I enjoy it. And all you guys that jump on and take time out of your night to hang out, that's what makes it fun. It wouldn't be very interesting if I was sitting here talking into a computer and there was nobody on with me. It would get pretty boring pretty quick. So I love the feedback. I love the comments. And it does mean a lot that you guys do stop by and hang out and we have a great time on here. So anyway, trivia. Anybody up for a little trivia? And as usual, it's going to be the first answer that I see. And we are up against the systems on some of these as far as how they feed, if they even feed the comment, things like that. So if you threw it up there and I don't see it right away, don't hesitate to throw it up there again. Tonight, we've got an Aeroshell oil can with the jets on it. I love these Aeroshell cans. There's a couple of different variations out there. This is a cardboard can. Like we've talked about in the past, I am definitely not opposed to cardboard cans. They are going to be way less of these around than there are the metal ones because these don't survive. This one actually even has a little dimple in the back of it where the cardboard kind of went. I don't know if it was stored poorly at some point in its life or what, but sealed can. It is empty, but it is sealed. But even the tops of these say Aero Shell on them. So big fan of these cans, even though they are cardboard. Got one I'm going to send out to tonight's winner on trivia. And Michigan just jumped on with us on YouTube. Thanks for being here, Michigan. Trivia question tonight is going to be based off of Toy Tuesday last week. The promotional models that we talked about, there was a station wagon in there. What was the station wagon? What was the station wagon promo model from last week's Toy Tuesday? Because it kind of stood out since it was a wagon, and I love wagons, and wagons are cool. So I chose that for tonight's question. Anyway, new inventory. I'll keep an eye on the comments. Nothing's popping up yet. So, didn't have a lot come in this week. Did have a 65 Mustang come in. Let's see. Old School from Toronto just jumped on with us. Dan just jumped on with us on all on YouTube. So, thanks for being here, guys. 65 Mustang coupe came in, just a basic coupe, no motor or tranny, that was rolled like 30 years ago. So the roof's laid over on it. Dennis guessed the Rambler. No, the Rambler was a two-door hardtop, Dennis. That was not the station wagon. So, pretty tough old car, but a lot of the interior stuff is there. All the seats are still there. Some of the trim didn't get destroyed, so not a heck of a lot there. But there again, they're not getting any easier to find. So that is something to, there again, if they go B flat, there's nothing ever usable on them. So we'll put it out there on the road. Don't have a lot of Mustangs, but we'll put her out in the spot. We got some guesses coming in. We're getting the type of car, but we're not getting the year right. So Scott, the Mustang is a coupe. Comet was a two-door. No, it was not a 58 Yeoman. It is a 5-lug, Scott. It does have a console. So Shane was the first one with the make, but I was looking for year and make. I don't know if I specified that or not. So if we don't get the correct year here pretty quick, then we'll go with Shane on that one. We'll give it another minute or so. Carlton said country sedan. That's good. Yeah, it was the Ford wagon. 69. No, it was not a 69. So I think Old School must have missed the question. Old School, I did a bunch of promo models on Toy Tuesday last Tuesday. What was the station wagon out of that batch of promos? Because there was only one wagon, and I love wagons. So, but it looks like no, Dan, it was not metallic pea green. But I think we'll go ahead and let's see, what do we got here? All kinds of stuff popping up. But we need to move forward with it. I think we'll go and see if nothing else pops up here. We'll go ahead and go with Shane. He was the first one in. There was a Ford wagon. He had it as a 63. It was a 62. But we'll go ahead and go with Shane on that one on Facebook. So appreciate everybody playing. And thanks for throwing up your guesses and trying. And and then Vic got it right after we did it, so he was probably typing it in as we gave it away. But, there again, and part of that is the feed. I got to go with what the system is feeding me, and I apologize on that. And we deal with it every week. That sometimes the feeds are slow, but we can't keep going on forever. We got to wrap them up, or we're going to be on here all night. And I know you guys do not want to listen to me all night. I'm sure of that. So the other thing we've got coming up, the other thing I picked up this week is I did pick up another sign that we'll have on Toy Tuesday, kind of a cool sign. We'll throw that up out there. Old School says he's got about an 8-second delay. So, like I said, there is some delay issues on there, and I know that. So Dennis just likes them all. That's true. Carlton, the tank thing, I had that on my notes. I was going to bring that up as well about Toy Tuesday. I had a big tank set. I think it's oil-filled petroleum based. Nothing definitive, Carlton. It had some good ideas. Somebody asked if it was a salesman sample. I know it's not a salesman sample because it's homemade from various different materials. Somebody else threw something up that it was possibly an engineering model, and I would say that that would be a possibility, except a lot of it's not to scale. You look at the valves and things like that, and you put the valves compared to like the catwalks and stuff, and the valves would be huge compared. They'd be as big as the person walking on the catwalk. So those were a couple of the ideas. I did not have anybody say this is what that setup is supposed to be. I had some ideas of what it may have been for, but did not have anybody who just said this is what it is, and that's how it's supposed to be set. So don't have a definitive answer on it yet, Carlton. If you know, I'm all ears, but nothing for sure. So it's still out there. If anybody has any ideas, if you missed Toy Tuesday last week, go ahead and be sure to check that out. And see if you might know what the mysterious tank model set is. And it's not tanks like boom tanks and track tanks. It's like big bulk storage tanks. So anyway, next week for videos, I got a lot of things going on. We'll see what I get time to post. We've got one more from the Motorcycle Museum that I definitely want to get up. And I know it's a little different than what we usually do, and they're not quite as popular of videos. But that place was so cool, and I do want to get the last video up. And also, it's got my favorite bicycle ever on that video. They had one in the museum, so be sure to check that out. There's one bicycle that my daughter and I do not have that we have been searching for, would love to have, and that's what is on that video, as well as a bunch of cool motorcycles, a lot of cool Indians, Harleys, a lot of stuff from the 30s, 40s, 50s, up, and some enduro bikes and some race bikes. So lots of cool stuff in that last motorcycle video. And that's what I need to get that posted. I've got some new inventory stuff in the can we need to do. I've got some stuff I did in the new yard with some Edsels in it and a Buick that we need to do. Plus, I still got all those videos from my buddy's yard that I was at 2 or 3 months ago that I need to get posted as well. So lots of cool stuff coming up. I know everybody's going to be super busy. The holidays are here and lots of things going on. So I know we're definitely going to be up against that. We'll definitely still get some videos posted, though, and keep you up to date with what's going on. So anyhow, that's kind of about what I've got in my notes for tonight. So if anybody has anything else, go ahead and throw them up there as we get ready to wrap up. We will sure try to get you squeezed in. And any other questions or comments you may have. Otherwise, Shane, give me a call after we get done. I'll get your information, get this can on the way out to you. And we'll see what happens this week. We're going to be out at the racetrack tomorrow doing some cool stuff out there. So if you've not either like that page on Facebook or subscribe to that channel on YouTube, please do that. And it's pretty cool seeing an entire new drag strip going in. There's a lot to it. What it takes to, they're using a pump truck to get to pour all the concrete. It's a pretty neat deal. And we've got some videos up on it already. There's going to be a lot more coming here in the near future. And hopefully we'll have the pricing on the pieces of the track available soon. So nothing else popping up on comments. Actually, it's kind of weird that there's nothing else popping up on comments. Okay, there we got some more. It's like everything was froze up there for a few seconds. So thanks for being on, Bill, tonight. Appreciate you stopping by, Bill. My good buddy Bill Twitcher threw up a few more comments there. So anyway, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody makes it through the week. It's always a challenge. I know it's stressful on everybody. There's a lot of stuff going on. But one thing we got to remember is let's just take it in stride and don't let it stress anybody out. Everybody's going to make it through. We're going to have a good time, and it's just a challenging time of the year for everybody. Hopefully, just remember shortly after that, 2020 is over. So we just got to get through the holidays successfully, and then 2020 is over. We got a fresh start in 2021. So I guess we can keep that in mind no matter how frustrated we get with the holidays and activities and family things and trying to be in 43 different places at one time. But just remember, we only got one more week left after that in 2020. So as long as we can make it through Christmas successfully, we'll plan on 2021. So, um, Don Hudson, thanks for being on, everybody. I appreciate it. And let's everybody have a good holidays. Have a Merry Christmas. We will see you next Sunday, same time, same place, and we'll have some more fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys are here, and we're having a great time. We've got such a great group on here that it's a blast. So, thanks everybody. Appreciate all the holiday wishes coming back at me from everybody. There's several of them popping up, and I hope it goes well for everybody else as well. So, stay tuned. More exciting videos coming up this week. Toy Tuesday, we'll do it live again with at least the new sign that I picked up yesterday, and we'll slide a few other pieces in there, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you stopping by. Had a great time with you as always, and we will see you all next week, same time, same channel. And have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.